Rapping off the top, it ain't nothing for me but fun and games. Ton of frames and everybody under petite like Johnny Slanes, under petite like Royal, and ton of petite like Soyu, and under the streets like Mr. Poetic was when he bore you. Chico Nago Shago and everything like I'm royal. I turned around like Jago when he was laying with the soil. And Wiwu Adiado and everything like Mijadi Yago. If I rap from heaven to earth and talents, I'm not Iago. Ciatico Dago, looking brain like Miss Puckin Pain. If they switching me up, then they was there like Miss Took and Chain. When I get the free up, turn around like Miss G up, it won't be the same as the Bible said when the re-club. Turkarachi niche up, everything like Miss D cup. If I was there and slain like the plane of Jane like a reef up, everything was T-Crup and T-Kadago and She-Cup Lantern. Tanner on my Shago and everything like a P-Cup Panner. Pokiaso clean up, I could do things like She-Nut Tanner. She was always on there on the corner with say the E-Cup Manner. Only I so clean go. Everything like Miss G Cup Nanner. If I was New York, then you know it like Mr. P Cup Panner. Pokey I so clean up. Everything like Miss So It, Toe It. I can rap just anyway. Anything like Miss Do It, Ho It. Pokey I so clean up. Rap it like Mr. Show It, Poet, Toe It, Co It, and O It over the overlord status. Row it, Toe It. Pokey I so clean go. They ain't saying it. I'm more it, boy. They ain't saying the thing on this apple I so but O It, so it. Only person planted is Dexter Gardner with Zan Zan. Talkie out so clean on Miss Extra Carter like Pan Van. Ellie still the Croco on Esley Daughter like Shan Tan. Everything was Olo on Esley Porter like Ban Fan. Everything was showed up on Kelly Yasso and Shocup Knees. Pokey Yasso Clambo and everybody like Shocup Peas. Everything was there on Miss Keki Yasso and Shocut Ease like Shocut Cheese was butter and Shocut Nato was Shocut D's. Everything was Shocut and Shokabago and Shocut but on Miss Trico and everything like Miss Chocut Nut. Ellie ain't a peaceful, he better than Mr. Shisto. He like to keep the gang on a public bounty like she know. Pokey out so clean go public counties of reflow. He like to do the things on the public foundry with Chico. Everything was there on the public frownies like Niso. He like to do the things on the public poundies like Bifo. If they was thinking slang on the Koshiago and they was thinking lame enough to disappear for the gunfire like Goldie Aim, then I'm on the Shaco to disappear for they call my name. In a different way than escaping justice or going flame. Pokey Yasso Klingo, different than trying to go in plane. Talk about the Yasso and different than trying to go in slang. Pokey Yasso Klingo, different than trying to hold the flame and hold the thing with butter on top of Marvies on Oakland Slay. Everything was different like Oakland Barkley on Oakland Flame. Everything was quickering on everything like Miss Jokeland Lane. Everything was different than everything like Miss Oakland Dang. And every pain was Winfrey's and everything like a chocolate pain. Persecutors came, boy. Takiyaso and Chain Court. In 2015, I was the head of master of Jane Lords. I was like the Kane Clords. I'm on top of the Bane Force. But I don't get no credit, no public notice like ain't Torque. Pokiyaso Klingo. They ain't say nothing. They ain't fork. They ain't tell me anything the whole entire time like Jane Dorks. They ain't tell me anything whole entire time like Flame Porks. They ain't tell me anything whole entire time like Jane Norks. Pokiyaso Klingo. They ain't tell me I fame porks. They ain't even give me a sign of notice for Glenn Gorks. They ain't even feel me a kind of coldest like Chain Torts and kind of folders. Anything out of modus like ain't torts. I just told us keep over everybody like they ain't dorks. I ain't really street load. I'm doing it better than frame forks. I just like the Pico, Takiyaso and C folks. I like to do it for fun, but they do it for money like G-Totes. I don't do it for runs. I don't do it for sunnies or do it for gunnies. Do it for bunnies. Puns on Miss Odiyasho and Z-Sorts. Everything like Chi-Courts, I do it better than street shorts. Before you do it like these sorts and everybody like E-Courts, I do it better than Whitney did on the cover of P-Ports on the City Kid when she was a little kid on Miss Chi-Torts. Everybody there on Miss Chillicore like Miss Chillicores. If they had the plans for my burgundy, they Miss Ritterphones. Everything like Tillicos, Britta Bones, like break them up like aunties and everything like Miss Chillicos. If I do, I spit, then I win at games and succeed at life. But if I don't, I kick and I steal the flames of Miss Kringle and Nice. Everything was click on Miss Chickle and Dames like Miss Chickle and Ice. Like Chickle and Rice was clicking and everything like Miss Jickle and Nice. Every day I get click, Pokiyaso and get sick. I'm poisoned just for rapping like Mr. Andy on Chick Click. poison just for rapping like It's the Andy on Click Click. I'm poison just for rapping like Mrs. Prancy on Bitch Flick. Pokey out so clean go. Mrs. Prancy was real click. She was out there dancing like Pico Pancy on Peel Thick. Saw her by the Mancy. She out there with talking antsy. She doing the thing that Lance told her after Hamroy was Cankley. If you know what I'm saying, like Pansley, when she was out there with dancing, she was telling Master Ross everybody was Jansty. I told her Astra Jobs I was doing it better than Pansley. I've been out here with Cambler. He was there like Miss Panfy. I was there like Tanrod. He was out there like Dancy. And she was there with Gangard. And I was there with that Canfy. Pokey out so clean go. Still I'm there and it's handy. Just in case the squad come, I'll be there with Miss Famby. With everybody not gum. Talk around like Miss Jack come. If I gotta use it, the country run like a slop tub. Pokey out so clean go. Everything like a jock hug. If I gotta use it, the country run like Miss Doc Wub. Everything was Tico and everything like Miss Ox Gloves. If I gotta use it, the country done like Miss Job Hubs. Pokey out so clean go. Everything like a lot nuff. I ain't the type of person that get in planes like a job nubs. I ain't the kind of person that jump in flames like Miss Jumpin' Tains. I'd rather do it girlsly on top of Freewoods on Earthly Banes. Rather do it tersely on top of Cheekers on Openly Slanes. I'd rather do it mercilessly on top of Beefwood on Popely Banks. Only I so clean go. Rather be like Miss Jokelyn Nanks. I'd rather call the police and tell the justice by opening fakes. Rather tell the police that he was running from Pokeley Banks. Rather tell the police that she was coming with Opening Nanks. Rather tell the police that she was funny with Bopley Banks. Rather tell the police that she was running with Opening Danks. Rather tell the police that of me like a bow feast. But if I'm just the judgment, then I'm the one with the row seats. So I got the gross sheets turn around like Miss O'Feast. If nobody else was rushed in and they was there like Miss Busley, everything was Bosley, Takaracho and Cosley. I got my facelift up on her, everything like Miss Roney. I'd rather do the pony job or everything like Miss Troney Cubs. I'm rapping just for me, and it's just for fun like a only stug. Everything was peace on the justly scum like Miss Usley Palm. Ain't no taking credit for what you see like Miss Upland Tongue. Everything was peace on Miss Upland D like Miss Upland Ron like Upland C, and Upland Come like Upland P like Miss Upland Bum. Everything was there like Miss Upland Bum got the 33. Tell the police officer I was there with Miss Curly D. She ain't say that I was the one that's there like Miss Pearl's there. Like I ain't the one who started the trouble followed like Upland there. Somebody else be framing me from above like Miss Tommy the Cubs. I don't know the difference between what they said and is what I love. I just know the stuff that I seen before, like Miss Tuffley Buff and Tuffley Cuff was Keena Court, everything like Miss Jumpling Nuff was Cena Course, and everything like Miss Upland Force, like Keena Cuff was G-Car, like everybody like Upland Pain. Tokyo so clean go before I get hit with Jumpling Tang. He probably was the lead lord. I was there like Miss Upland Flame. Everything was there like Miss Upland Flame, like Miss Upland Pain, like Upland Dane was Depthwater. Everybody was joking in vain. Pokey out so clean go. I'll be right there with Jokelyn slang. I'll be right there telling the practice dummies I'm opening bang. I'll be right there telling the practice for me like practice coming. Doing the things I should at a time that's fitting like Appley Judley. Talk about the Chaco a time I didn't like Appley Bundy. Everything was there on Miss Capley business like Jacqueline Hunty. Everything was there on Miss Capley business like Jacqueline Hunty. Jacqueline hunting for me and part of pistols like Appley Punty. Everything was there on the Capley Hood like the Japley Hood. If 144,000 was dead for murder, I'm Japley Hood. Pokey out so clean go dead from Curter like Appley stood. Just because they said I was Edley Purter with Edley Hood. Tokey out so clean go. I was there like Miss Jedley Hood. These people was in circles around my home like a Besley Bud. But I'm still the purple gone like Miss Purple known like Purple Song with Schleckwood and everybody was jerking along. Pokey out so clean go. Everybody just jerking along. Half the time you see them, they probably got it like Berkeley phone. Half the time you with them, they probably jocked it with Erkley tone. They probably hide it back on the Chico sideways like Earthly Cold. Everything with Jocklo. Everything like Miss Perfectly Bone. I ain't see the Triways. I ain't see nothing with Kerfley Clone. I ain't see the Jyways. I ain't see what the Triways. The sofa or the love seat. That was them on the Chinese. Pokey out so clean go. That was them with Miss Crime Flays. Check the sway to get it. The truth you see like an iron slaves. Get the truth and hit it. Get the truth and you with it. If they was watching me, then they was in the flute of Miss Pity. With Taki out so clean go. They was shoot with Miss Jitty. They was in between the cushions of me and love like a tritty. Takiaso Klingo, see the tub like a itty. They put me on contraction and left me run like a jitty. They put me on contraction and let me done like a stitty. They put me on collection and make me fun like a biddy. But I'm the one that's chosen above the horse and the critty. I'm the one that's chosen above the voice of the enemy. I'm the one that's chosen above the voice like a porn of torch. I'm the more that's chosen above the heartways and all this stuff. All these people framed me, followed up like Miss Bangley. They hear it so much though it's cliche to mention Miss Clainsy. Takiaso Klingo, it's cliche to mention Miss Bainsley. It's cliche just to talk of the Alice Spreco and James T. Takiaso Klingo is difficult for the range T. I proved it once before and I seen it clear like a Ainsley. Seen it clear and showed the world at the tour like Miss Apley Port. I got the Twitter page on some Galley Yacht Good like Japlin Tour. Got the Twitter page on Miss Allie Stop Good on Apley Port. I got the Twitter page on Miss Jolly Hapswood on Paplin Port. Takiaso Klingo, everything showed the Gaplin Court. They playing Hellbow Hunkies before I get hit like Japlin Tour. Put the blue Sake above me like Movie Escape. They talk about the earth and they switch it to heaven Kleske. Talk about the earth and they switch it to heaven Resque. But at first it was no heaven. The earthly place was the Sethley. Everybody cable, everything was beset, mate. The earth was only placed in discussion like Mr. Drake late. Talk about the quest plate. First is earth, then the best plate. If I was Christian, I had no indication of it like Jack Nay. Aside from what I said in my linguistic skills like Miss Tisquin skills, before I got the purpose, then they was there like the Jicklet deals. I ain't have the worthless, I have the reason for Turkless. I ain't have the chance to tell them that I was crazy with earthless. Pokiaso Klingo, I was felling with nothing else. Pokiaso Klingo, and I was smelling because they left. Takiaso Klingo, I was telling because they stepped, because they left the railin, and everybody was cause I jumped. Off the top, I pelted you. Nothing for me but tells you. If rapping free was fun, then they fully gang like Miss Jelton. Everything was Hilton. Get arrested like Paleskin. These people still allowed to perform injustice like Railston. Pokiaso Klingo, and they keep it like Jailston. Hell, if government might know it, but they don't care like Miss Railston. She was there with Coed on Pellis Bell like Miss Dallas there, and I was looking at TV before she cared like a Miss Ellis there. Everybody there on Miss Chelly Yasso and Jealous there. If they still the ones on the rapper team, they Miss Ellis Spell. Not one soul would make it on Kaplan King like Miss Japlin King, because I rap the best in the entire country like Japlin Team. Tokiaso Klingo rap the best to Miss Ampli Ping, but ain't nobody said it until the day like Miss Japlin Knees. Ain't nobody said it until the J like Miss Ampli Keys. 28 years had went past before I papped the bees. Pokiaso Klingo, before I said anything like that, before I had a chance to tell anybody I made a rap. Pokiaso Klingo, tell the people I made up raps, made up thoughts, ambiguity, made up time rules, and made up scraps, made up things like Jickety, made up things like Miss Appley Caps, made up things on Piccoli. I made up stuff like Miss Dapley Daps, made up stuff that's quickly, made up stuff like Miss Pickery. I made up stuff so serious that they was there with Miss Jickery. If this stuff was clearest and Pico Babo and spirits, if this was the scripture, then they'll be dead like Miss Jurish Iris. Takiaso clearest and stuff was said and it's still mysterious. Pokiaso Klingo and stuff was said and it's still the clearest. Everything was there on Miss Woker Way like Miss Joker did. They can't for a second assume they purple like opening bed. They can't for a second assume they Kerwood like Joker and Tez. They cannot for a second assume they purple like Papel and Pets. Pokiaso Klingo, they ain't close to a Japlin Nets. Half the time you see them, they probably at Mr. Papel and Bets. I ain't saying I kill him. I ain't saying Mr. Jim. A hook line was better before I had ham and singles. Pokiaso Klingo before I had ham and singles. Because I went to stores on Miss Policy spam on Pinkers. Then I went to cores on Miss Olisty Brown like Polisty. Before I seen New York on Miss Chaliki stand, I'm Jolis 3. Pokiaso Klingo, they was lying on Miss Chocolate P. They was lying on judgment in front of justice like Pokeland 3. Pokiaso Klingo, lying on judgment in front of justice. If you like the war era, you was like Mr. Pokeland Pustis, lying on Mr. Rajo, lying on people that Jonky Norris, lying to such extent and extreme that it seemed like Oakland porous. Everything was there and it seemed so crazy, it's jokefully enormous. They probably thought the joke was a Pokemon charge at Oakland chorus. All I did was make raps, they told a lie on my Jane Caps. They said that I was doing stuff I wasn't because my claim claps. Before I got the Jane Taps, everybody was laying props. I rap better than Mirrod when he was there with me chain daps. Everything was steroid, everything like Miss Clear Ride. I rap it, it's just casual. I don't try stuff like Pure Pod. Pokey out so agile, everything like Miss Tapatu. I rap better than Hillwood and everything like Miss Japatu. I can rap the freestyle Tokiaso and Chica. If this rap is trauma, then I'm Miss Under like Cheetah. If this rap was trauma, then I'm Miss Under on Refly. If this rap was trauma, then I'm the Thunder on G-Loud. Pokiaso Klingo, I'm the Thunder with T-Cow. If God behind this era, man, he was Bumber like B-Ball. Pokiaso Klingo, he the Bumber on B-Ball. If he was Thumber or Kiko, then he was Shunder like G-Loud. God is not no enemy. God ain't friends on Miss Chimney. Yes, God is nothing there in between, particular like Gina Stettle. Everybody Coco, everything like Miss Swing on Pedal. God an actual hater on top of Pierwood or Peanut Settle. Pokiaso Klingo, God's the hater of Gina Sweater. This is not no God or the Lord of Cater. That's Satan Peace. Everything was Jocko and they was there like Miss Satan Cleese. This is obvious Soko. It ain't Dexter Jordan, that's J and D's. I be out so Klingo, that's the God of the patient peas. He the one that's righteous and holy for real like Jake LeKeys. Whether or not in hell or in earth for real like Miss Declan Deals. If these people lied on the natural artists, they Jekyll Hills. So it shows the lies on the pestilent parties like pestilent borders. If these people hate on the righteous Soho, they Jekyll artists. If they like to hate on Miss Chocolate Cocoa, they Jekyll parties. Like everything was just large, like everything like Miss Pecklet Bartis. I can rap for fun and I rap for fun and it's single lots. Now it's apparent to me they hating on God like Gina Hots. It ain't the one that was on Michaki Yaso and Ela Potts. That's the one that fell and they hating this one cause me a Hots. Pokiaso Kligo, they hating me cause I'm Gina Tots. They hate the fact they see all my talent green like Miss Ina Stotts. They hate the fact I got all this bag of cream like Miss Jala Keys. I got this bag of money. They watch my life like a talent team. They ain't say they would though. Takiaso and Chudko. They never told the truth in the Bible lesson like Bullet Blow. They ain't tell the youth what the Crider casted, the title casted. If Christ was really holy, then I can't say it like Crider sketching. Pokiaso Klingo, I can't say it. They might be guessing. They might be lying on him in advance for murder like Johnny sketching. They might be lying on God in advance for Colonel like trying to test it. They might be lying on righteousness on top of Purtle like Biney Bested. Pokiaso Klingo, yes they are like Big Chinese lesson. Ellie do this pray boy, everybody like Johnny Stetson. Ellie testify on behalf of her like Miss Annie Stressing. Ellie testify on behalf of God like Miss Tiny Gressing. Pokiaso Klingo, since he can't like Miss Ali Stetson. He was there before all the Kesley can't like Miss Ali Stressing. God is not a friend or a neighbor to Dexter Jr. Gardner, Ray or Ellie, whoever was sport Miss Squad like CUNY Colley. Everybody there on that chop Miss Squad like Miss Booney Owie. Man, they fell for grace for they Dortmund God like Miss Junie Dowie.